It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Shannon Briggs. Look at this monster.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing.
So much hype surrounding this big. So here we go. Should be a good one. And he just missed with that left jab. Beautiful counter punch. And he fails to score with that left hook. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice defense on that hook. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The perfect counter lands. These punches coming from every angle. And Shannon Briggs just got rocked. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Ring Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
That right hand's beautiful. That's it. Just start working a few body shots. What are you doing? You've switched off completely. Get your mind back on the job. Just the same again. Don't change too much. Just keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will...
Get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out.
Just for anything. Just set him up and you'll take him out. But he's ready to go. He's gone already. Just make sure you follow through.
On to the second round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Slugger has a unique mentality, doesn't he, Johnny? He just wants to win by knockout. He says if we go to the scorecards, it's a failure for me.
A win is not just a win for some fighters. They need to feel the blood, the crunch. They need to get that win.
Good counter punch. Caution being thrown to the wind. And shoot. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. He threw a punch and just got countered. Straight right just misses. Incredible work rate. Good counter punching. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the tournament's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get up there and get the job
You
done.
got complacent.
And two straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Now, good work. Stay focused.
You had everything in the bag, and now you've let him back into it.
Don't let him back in or anything. Don't give him no free shots. Be smart. You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots. Good work. And don't forget the jab.
You've let him get back into this. You're better than this, kid. Go back out.
Do what you got to do. Good work. Just the same again.
Get your rhythm back, and then we go again. Come on, you've let him back in.
You say focus? Go on. Don't let him back in or anything. Don't give him no free
Lead. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
A time in already.
On to the third. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
drop their guard, they get caught. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be... And down goes Andy Ruiz. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
That's lights out right there.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
See the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. Beautiful counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That counter punch caught him clean. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Andy. Here we go to the fourth round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up and look. At them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Perfect counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. Scoring hook. And Shannon Briggs took that one hard. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Nice counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They exchange punches. So much firepower here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. Time for the fifth round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Punch, counter punch. Counter shot lands. His stamina is off the charts. And he scores with the counter. A lot of effort being exerted here. uppercut misses. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be hot.
And Ruiz goes to the canvas. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Got to waste time. Step behind the ref. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull him down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in a round.
Down goes Briggs. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that...
Both men knocked out.
I love that.
On to the 6th round. Who do you think's got more in the tank, Johnny, as both fighters went to the canvas last round?
That is showing the fitness, that is showing the stamina, that is showing the hard work done in the gym. If you can get knocked down and get back up and knock your opponent down, they've got it.
Fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. How about that time counter shot? Holding nothing back here in the round. And Andy Ruiz couldn't take any more. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I've got to see that again.
Have left.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get start up. You know what? The cornermen now, it's down for them doing their job. Yep.
Nice counter. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Let's talk about Andy Ruiz Jr. in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
Now he's gone already. Just make sure you follow through.
Go out in the first minute, stick him on the end of a jab, and then start gathering your...
Just keep them on the other end of that jab, and you're getting your time in already. That right hand's beautiful. That's it. Just start working a few body shots in there. Vary up a little bit. We can't figure it out. Good work.
Forget about that round. It was a bad round, but we...
Round 7, here we go. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to...
Aggressive and being too aggressive.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
There's a counter shot. The jab doesn't quite connect. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
We expect from heavyweights.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
His stamina is off the charts. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing
Mate,
out.
what are you doing? Come on, switch on, switch on. You've been coasting.
Just keep him on the end of that jab and you're getting your time in already.
Get this boxing back together. I need you to switch back on.
Can't figure you out. Good work. Keep going. You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots. Good work. And don't forget the jab, and don't get carried away. Wait.
Round. You had everything in the bag, and
There's the bell to start round 8. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Those counter punches have to hurt. A straight right just misses. Good defense with that left jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
There's a lot on the line here.
Don't give him no free shots.
And we enter the night. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst. Boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he misses with that jab. Is he going to punch himself out, though? They both want a knockout, you can tell. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much...
Now relax.
And here comes the 10th round. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
The stamina is off the charts. Jab misses. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter punch. How about that time counter shot? The straight right just misses. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? There's a counter shot. Good counter punching. The judges have spoken a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
And now it's time for the tale of the tape.
The Magic Man, Antonio Tarver. He is a southpaw, stands at 6'2" tall, and he's got a reach of 75 inches. Antonio Tarver, you're looking at the Magic Man, one of the best to ever do it, a multi-time light heavyweight world champion.
Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
The fighters are ready to go.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. left hook scores. Misses with the straight left. How about that time counter shot? Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. There's a counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. When you're fighting a counter puncher, you want to base them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think light. Concentrate.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice defense there to stop the right hook. So much firepower here. Find a home with that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Tarver in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent. You think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Right. Don't worry about that round.
Focus. Don't let back into the fight. Great round.
Forget about that round. It was a bad round. But we don't care.
That's it. Start just sticking a few body shots in there a little bit. Just vary it up a little bit.
Here we go for round two. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
He misses with that straight left. They block the left there. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Failing to score with that right hook. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Hold it right there. Usyk. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What caught sleeping on the job? What do? You step back, steady yourself.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Tarver in that last round.
Look at that, chaps.
There's the bell to start round three. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. A lot of effort being exerted here. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
And he scores with the counter. Usyk might go down here. What an upset. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. And right back into the fray.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never...
I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. The big Ukrainian in big trouble. We've never seen Alexander Usyk, and the big cat goes down. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round.
Good.
So it's plan B time after being knocked out. And there's the bell to start round 4. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Throws the jab, but does not score. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
I
Gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. The big Ukrainian in big trouble. Thought we were going to see the finish there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum. Usyk couldn't take anymore, and down he goes. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took him out.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Okay, focus. Big deep breaths.
Well loading up, but you're still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab.
Breathe.
And there's the bell for round 5. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So,
hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Usyk might go down here. What an upset. And it appears they weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Just misses with that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Through the down goes Tarver. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Perfect counter shot. Tarver in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response.
That was a terrible round.
On to the 6th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going.
Down. And now they're right back into the fray.
Bean Days now needs to step.
Oh my God, Johnny! Tarver's been rocked. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you'll get caught a lot more at the end.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who... Oh, wait a minute! Tarver in some serious trouble. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Antonio Tarver's in big trouble. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? Here we go. It's round 7. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship round. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. And Antonio Tarver crushes to the canvas. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
Shot from the gods, they say.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
They exchange punches. Can't land the jab there. holding nothing back here in the round. And down goes Alexander Usyk. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I need to see that again.
You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
What a build.
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a...
Dr. Steelhammer. Vladimir.
This bout is scheduled for 8.
You can tell both of these fighters. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Got him there. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That hook was off target. Straight right just misses. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have pulled that thought. The corner's got to take a good look at their fighter. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes to the corner? How are they going to get...
Well, hold on a second, Johnny.
And that will do it. What a victory.
Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Listen to me. Are you okay?
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That is... Todd, did you...
Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. First up, we have Bugsy Malone, the United Kingdom rapper, but how good of a boxer is he? We're about to find out. He'll be taking on Damian Chambers, the cruiserweight. Bugsy Malone.
This bout is...
So they stare into each other's eyes. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. Straight right just misses. The jab can't find a home. Well done with that counter shot. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Nice counter. Perfect counter lands. Good counter punch. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill.
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Chambers on the back foot trying to survive. Down goes Chambers. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there. They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let...
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Damian. Here we go. It's round 2. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
Every time they throw a shot, and Bugsy Malone goes down. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
A shot from the gods took him out.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put it down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. We're at the halfway point, and there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
The straight right just misses. A lot of effort being exerted. Pull it right there. And at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here. How did they not go down?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Whoa, wait a minute! What a shot! Let's talk about Malone in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
To make or break a fighter.
I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick.
On to the third. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast the round. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. And down goes Bugsy Malone. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
Where did that come from?
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
He's got the advantage halfway through. Did you see that? Chambers is hurt. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense.
Hold on a second, Johnny. And crumbling to the canvas is Chambers. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin standing up to that shot.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds. Chambers is down. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
I've got to see that again.
Let's talk about Damian Chambers that last one. Here's the bell for round 4. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Nobody home with that hook. Beautiful counter shot. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Straight right just misses. That big hook doesn't land. Can they finish it? And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Malone in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab slip.
And he's going to be confident. He'll take that confidence away.
Back into the fray here in round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He threw a punch and just got countered. The straight right just misses. Chambers just got clipped, and crumbling to the canvas is Chambers. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
That's lights out right there.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Gotta look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow, get to the end of the round.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
It's that but ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Can't find a home with that jab. Chambers is in trouble. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here? So that's that. The referee's made his judgment, and we carry on. Let's talk about Damian Chambers in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Okay, focus, man, focus. Big deep breaths, big deep breaths.
He's ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise, you'll see it and ride it out.
Switching up. You got complacent. This fight's not over yet. You got to
Working nicely. Those 1-2 straight down the middle.
There's the bell for round 6. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
It's survival time for Damian Chambers. Did you see that? Chambers on the back foot trying to survive. No, we don't see a knockdown.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
That right hook won't score. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to sort of actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both... Hold that thought! And that'll do it for Chambers, who's finally down. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.